Hey, what's up everybody? I am AshKat and this is my first video for YouTube. Hopefully making this a weekly thing. I have been thinking about doing this for a while, but I couldn't find any time better to do it than now. I am one of those people that loves digging through all of the celebrity gossip sites, checking them all out, reading everything I can about a story that I find interesting, and kind of breaking down that story and taking little pieces and interpreting for myself. So I thought this would be a good way for me to share what I'm reading, what I'm seeing, you know, kind of get some feedback from you guys too. No better week to do this than as we are in the midst of the whole hashtag Taylor Swift is over. So, you know, I'm going to break this down, like how I've been seeing the story, you know, where I think things have happened, and, you know, just overall general sense of what I think is really going on. So, in case you've been living under a rock, I'm going to break this whole situation down for you as I saw it. We're going to go back to about 2009. Of course, by 2009, you all already know, Taylor Swift's this big country star. She's starting to do the whole crossover thing. Kanye West is some rapper, and he's pretty good. I mean, he's got some catchy songs. He's got some songs I'm not a big fan of either, but not really fully my type of music, so I'll give him that. So we're at 2009 Video Music Awards, and Taylor Swift nominated for the first time, because she's some country star, you know. She doesn't belong on MTV. But here she is, she's on MTV, she's doing her whole crossover thing. She gets up, she wins Video of the Year. Oh, enter microphone gate. So Kanye West jumps on up and is all like, yo, I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had the best video of the year. Quite frankly, I think Taylor Swift's video that year was better, but I will never deny a good old single ladies dance. What? So, this whole thing happens, there's a big feud between Taylor Swift and Kanye West, and eventually they make up for the media and they're all like, oh no, we're friends, and then like later Taylor's like pictured hanging out with them and stuff and whatever. I'm like, that seems kind of sketchy. Actually, a lot of things Taylor Swift has done seem kind of sketchy, but whatever. Girl, you do you. If it's working for you, just work it. And so Taylor Swift moves on. She's all shake it off, moving on to her pop star lifestyle. And Kanye's moving on with his thing. Kim gets pregnant. They have babies. Everything's happy and peachy keen in all of those worlds. So, if you ask me, this whole Taylor Swift is over thing has been a long time coming. For years I have said that, you know, Taylor Swift portrays herself as being this innocent, good girl, and all these people love her, and she has heartbreak because boys always do her wrong, and all this stuff. Whatever, it makes them for some good music. I will give you that. I rock out to some Taylor Swift, and I own some CDs. I'm not ashamed to admit it. But, you know, the whole, like, shady thing, and, like, bad-mouthing people when you're not really bad-mouthing people, kind of over it. And I think she should, like, reel it all back. I mean, if you want to write songs about your life, that's cool. There's ways to do it where you're, like, just, like hiding things so that you can't really tell who you're talking about. But Taylor Swift does not go that route. She has never gone that route. Look through her album jackets, listen to the words of her songs. She's called out everybody she's dated. Jake Gyllenhaal, John Mayer, Taylor Lautner, Harry Styles. I mean, you can't get any less obvious than a song called Styles. Hello. My personal heartbreak favorite as far as proving her shadiness, in my eyes, up until this point, of course, was the whole Joe Jonas thing. Hello, she goes on Ellen and is all like, boo-hoo, he broke up with me in a 27-second phone call. Well, hello, you forgot to mention that you're the one who hung up on him. He can't really talk any longer than 27 seconds if you are the one who hung up. You forgot to mention that point, but he's a terrible person for breaking up with you in that short amount of time. No, you forgot some important facts on that. Shady. So then, after that, of course, she writes the songs about Joe Jonas, which, don't mess with Joe Jonas, okay? So he came back with you know, much better, and he is much better now that he's got Taylor out of his life, but I digress. So let's get back into this thing. So, you know, Taylor's running around doing all of her shady stuff. She releases 1989. It's got all these songs about Harry Styles on it. I mean, she's been, since 2009 to about the time of till now, she's probably had about 15 boyfriends. But, you know, I guess I shouldn't be commenting on that. But if you put your love life out there for the whole world to see, sorry, you're asking for it. So Taylor Swift looks like she's grown up. She's matured. She's friends with Kim and Kanye, and she's dating Calvin Harris, and, you know, she's still running the whole shade and the songs and stuff, like Bad Blood. And I know a lot of Taylor Swift fans are going to be like, but she never calls anybody out by actual name. Well, yeah, no, she doesn't go, oh, Katy Perry, now we got Bad Blood. But, obvious, come on. You'd have to be blind. So Taylor Swift's moving on, she's matured, whatever, she's releasing her album, she's making more money and buying houses, and she's dating Calvin Harris. Cool. They're in love, and they're baking a year-long anniversary cake, and I was like, oh, maybe Taylor Swift's actually settling down. Until Calvin Harris gets in a car accident, can't go to the Met Gala, so she goes by herself. Cool, whatever. You'll see him when you get home. Love. So she gets to the Met Gala, and she's all like, oh, Tom Hiddleston, let's have a dance-off. Ooh, and being all flirty. Okay, cool, whatever. So you can stay platonic and have guy friends. I'm not against that. Cool. But when you go back to your boyfriend and then break up with him, and then like a week later are like hardcore backing out on this guy that you had a dance-off with, shady. Come on, shady. Did you not see how Calvin Harris, that would have made him feel? Like, that's just low. Whatever. So Calvin Harris is taking it pretty hard, and I don't blame him. I would have taken it hard too if that would have happened to me. Makes him look really terrible. Well, actually doesn't make him look terrible. It makes her look really terrible. But again, I digress. So Taylor Swift's all with Hiddleston now, and Hiddle Swift has happened. They seem happy. 4th of July. I heart TS. Cool. Do your thing. Do your thing. But then the whole this is what she came for thing came out, and they released the fact that Taylor Swift actually wrote it. There's some vocals of her, but she didn't want anyone to know that her and Calvin Harris were working together since they were in a relationship, so she uses a pseudonym. That's fine. Whatever. But apparently she gets upset because he said in an interview after they recorded the song that they didn't want to work together since they were a couple when he was asked if they were ever going to duet. Well, hello, you are the one who said that you guys shouldn't when you're a couple because it would look weird or whatever. You didn't want that to be a public thing. So that's why you use a pseudonym. So how would he know that he's not supposed to keep that a secret? And then you get upset about the fact that he says, no, we shouldn't work together because we aren't a couple. What was your idea? So, needless to say, Calvin Harris looks like he's getting dragged through the mud and all this stuff, and he goes out to defend himself. And that's totally fine, if you ask me. He has a right to do that. Taylor Swift does it, for sure. So, he calls her out, and he's all like, you're shady. Katy Perry knows it, and now that you took her down, now you're going to come after me, and I'm not going to play that game. So, whatever. This starts this whole drama. And then Kim Kardashian gets on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And hello, it's hard to keep up with the Kardashians. There's a lot of them, okay? So I haven't actually seen the whole episode, but I saw a majority of it. And, you know, Kim Kardashian is breaking it down about how when Taylor Swift accepted her Album of the Year Grammy at the Grammys this year, she throws some major shade back at Kanye for no reason, apparently. So, of course, everyone knows, or maybe you don't. That's why I'm here for. Kanye West released a song about a week before the Grammys called Famous. Opens up the song. I'm not going to quote it here because bad language, but, you know, I'll give you the gist. So, he's talking to all his boys, and he's all like, I think Taylor and I might still have sex because I made the chick famous. And so Taylor Swift gets up on the Grammy stage a week later, and it's all like, don't let anyone say they made you famous. The people that made you famous are the ones who love you. Don't let anyone take away from your work. Fool, it is a line in a song. Whatever, get over it. Anyway, the music video drops, and there's all these, like, naked celebrities in the bed with Kanye West, and I'm like, ooh, Taylor Swift is not going to be happy about that. So here I am, like, we're hearing from Chris Brown, and we're hearing from George W. Bush's people, and we're hearing from Donald Trump's people, and we're hearing from Rihanna's people about how, oh, that's not really me naked in the bed, it's like a wax figure. But you don't hear a peep from Taylor Swift. And I always thought that was weird. Like, really weird. But then her publicist comes out and is all like, Taylor Swift never approved the lyrics in that song, and Taylor Swift never heard it, and she couldn't approve anything if she didn't hear it. Taylor Swift thinks it's terrible that he said these things. And calling it a misogynistic line and all this stuff. Maybe it is misogynistic, but, it's a rap song. You can't take everything they say seriously. It just works for their music. It's art for them. And Kanye will be the first to tell you that it is his art. Well, Kanye West is pretty smart when he's handling his art, because just like Taylor Swift, he has everything recorded for him while he is going through the whole process of recording an album. That recording includes a phone conversation with the one and only Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is on the phone call. Kanye West is saying, oh, hey, what do you think about this line? And, Taylor Swift's all like, oh, I think it's great. Ha ha. At the Grammys, on the red carpet, I'm going to tell everybody I was in on the joke. Now, granted, this conversation is happening months before the Grammys because the song hasn't even been recorded yet. So Kanye strictly says in the phone conversation, he goes, I don't want to do anything to upset you because I want you to be okay with this because we're friends. He goes, I really wanted to reach out and do the right thing. And she's like, oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So, cool. They're thinking everything's kosher. Then the whole Grammy drama happens. Publicist comes out, and it makes it look like Taylor Swift is flabbergasted and shocked that this song has come out and is so offended. I feel bad for Taylor Swift because all these terrible things are happening to her. Then she goes out and says, I wish Kim and Kanye would just leave me alone. Well, they did this out of a courtesy for you to, reach out to you, and Kanye did the right thing, asking you what you think of the song. And Taylor Swift even says, you need to sing this from your point of view, how you see it. It doesn't matter that I sold whatever million copies of an album before you met me because you didn't know who I was. So to you and your narrative and the way you're seeing the story, you did make me famous. Apparently, the Snapchat videos don't include the whole famous because I made that chick famous. I will let you guess what that chick, what the word really was. So apparently now that's the line Taylor Swift really has a problem with. But then I read that, Kim did not leak this video like right as soon as the Grammys were over or whatever. She's like, I have video proof of her saying that she approved this stuff, so I don't know why she's lying. Apparently lawyers get involved and send a cease and desist order and tell them to destroy the video. God bless Kim Kardashian for not, because this is the bombshell I've been waiting for. To just prove that Taylor Swift is the Regina George of Hollywood and pop stardom. And just like I had assumed all along. Thanks for proving me right, Kim Kardashian. I will be doing way more to keep up with you guys now. I'm loving this whole thing and loving the drama. I mean, sorry Taylor Swift, but somebody had to bring you down eventually. You can't just keep having this like media facade and not have it come back on you when you're the one throwing so much shade in every one of your songs. And the fact that like you're trying to play all innocent and stuff, I'm over your act, alright? I am over it. So this video has gotten a little bit longer than I intended, but I had a lot to talk about this week, and it was only one story, so what does that tell you? Hopefully you've enjoyed my take on things and you'll want to check out my video next week. I'm definitely going to be talking a little bit about Comic-Con. Huge Walking Dead fan here, so kind of break down their little thing that's happening on Friday. So Friday, in case you are unaware, Hall H, 1 o'clock Pacific time, the Walking Dead panel is happening. So I'm pretty excited about that. So lots of celebrity gossip, a lot of Hollywood and entertainment news to come in the next week, so I'm going to be devouring it all and bringing it right back to you. So join me again next week and we will have a great old time again. And don't forget to celebrate the whole hashtag Taylor Swift is over party. Woo! I will see you guys next week. Bye!